Welcome to the mbj classes, and today's topic is the image formation. Okay, we talk about in the optics. Let's begin. Okay, let's begin. So our topic is the image formation. First let's understand the object, then understand the image, either with the image of real or fake. Okay, the object is like, for example, if say the object is O, the object is a source of light basically which reflect out the light from this. For the example, this is my object, so the object is explained all about the light from that, or I can say that they reflect the light. For example, I will light from this, the reflect now is again the source of light, because it is the source of light gives the light. Okay, the object is gives the basically light. Okay, gives out the object of light, or we can say that if also reflect the light. Okay, also the reflect the light, basically it is called the object. And image is the image. For example, these rays after in the getting in the mirror, so the after mirror the reflector and the after reflection they meet at a specific point, for example at the outside of this, and they meet. After the meet they become the image. Basically after the meeting they become image. The image can be virtual or can be real. Okay, the virtual image is always erect because it is in the mirror and we always see after looking in the mirror. For example, this is the virtual image. I see the image after the front of the mirror. Okay, because of the back end of this. And the real image is always inverted. This become always inverted because it's, for example, this is the ray inverted. Now this is the inverted image, always inverted. And see in the, for example, this is the inverted image, and see in the screen of the, like in the film city. Okay, this always inverted. For example, this is my film screen, and the image we see, it is the inverted, and by the screen they become now it's the real, and this become the real image which we see in the screen. The image which we see in the screen, because they inverted and now inverted, we can see the real and this real image with the front of like in this is the inverted, but we see in the screen this become now this. Okay, the again the erect. Okay, basically the real image is see in the screen. So basically the main concept is after the reflection we can see the image in the screen, like in cinema. Okay, so the object is object and image. So basically the object is source of light or rays, and image is after reflection meeting point, basically meeting point of rays. Yes. Okay, so image, two types of the image, basically two types. First is virtual, always erect. Second is real, image inverted. Virtual image can be seen like in the front of mirror. When we stand in the front of mirror, let us the stand front of mirror, it is the virtual image, like form of this a teddy bear in the front of mirror. They say there's the image of it, like all the makeup kit, using the makeup basically. Okay, in the real image we see in the screen. Okay, see in the screen, like some movies in the screen and we watching it by the in the theater of it. Okay, this is the real image which you see. And here, for example, the teddy bear in the front of mirror, and this teddy bear we look at the image when we see the teddy in the mirror. Or basically I have the mirror and I'm using the comb by hair, or basically making makeup of it, so I use the mirror and then they become the virtual image because the front of it. Okay, so now we already talk what happens the ray when after coming from the infinity or at the center or the focus. It's time for understanding the image formation. Okay, so image formation on the concave mirror, where at between focus and pole, between, this is the pole, this is the focus, this. Okay, let's explain. Okay, now I use a different piece of paper. Okay, so okay, now for example, this is my concave mirror. Okay, and this is our pole. Okay, so this is our pole, we know this is our well-known pole, and this is our COC, center of curvature, and the focus. Okay, for example, the AB of objects is in the between the pole and this, and say first light is parallel to the plane axis, and after this gone from focus. Okay, and simple, the second image, for example, the second ray is from this area, because I want to say that going from the center of curvature. So say this is that, and after reflection this become, so this is E, and after the reflection going from the center of the curvature. Okay, now this from center of curvature. Okay, we can see that clearly, if say this is the I. Okay, clearly they don't meet because they diverse. If they diverse, so at the infinity they don't meet together, so we use the extended line with the back end of the mirror. So the back end of the mirror, we can say that if we dot it through the line, and from this dotted through the line, the image will become in the virtual image, and image in the background of the mirror, basically in the mirror. Okay, and this is my image, this is for example B dash, and this is the A dash. So this is my image, and because it is a virtual, not real, if they meet there, I can say that the inverted image and this is the real image, but it in the beside the mirror, behind the mirror, and it is virtual and erect image, basically image which is the virtual and erect. Okay, so because they can't meet in this, so they meet virtually behind the mirror. Okay, so how we see the image, like this is our mirror. So when we stand the front of the mirror, we see the front of the image. Okay, the clear example I use from the model like this of the example, we can see, for example it. Okay, this is the example of, also known as the teddy bear in the front of the mirror. We can see that, we can see this teddy bear is in the front of the mirror, and clearly this is the front of the mirror. And now look at the image which is the erect and magnified the front of it, and see that when we front of the mirror, we see the our faces. Okay, this is the behind the mirror. Okay, the second thing I also use once again. Yeah, that is a very quiet and very good image for this. Now here the teddy bear in the between the poles and the focus. Now look at this, the image is formed in the mirror. Okay, image in form in the mirror. You can see the dentist also use the mirror by knowing the teeth quality, and by the makeup kit, and also the front of you, because the teddy bear is in the front of the mirror. Okay, and also the second thing we can see, like for example, if I use some extra example of like this, there you also see that in the focus object with this. Okay, and here is also for some example of the image is magnified and inverted of it. Okay, basically it was the main example of it. So I hope you understand the concept of it. The main thing is like at the between focus and pole, image is virtual, erect, and that is large in the side. Okay, large in size of the observation. Okay, I hope you understand the concept. Bye bye.